Okay. Hello there. Greetings and salutations. It is I, AlphaAnt, back with another recording. This time we have what we have here: Spider-Man versus Deku. This is a death battle I've wanted to do. Well, not wanted to do. I wanted to see. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna straight up say this. So I've tried doing this 2 other times, and the other 2 times it's failed. I've tried doing this for what was the last death battle? I think the last death battle before Tom and Jerry was what was it? Hold on. Let me look that up real quick. What was I don't remember all of a sudden. Let me check real quick. Let's see. The last 2 death battles I tried doing. Right. Okay. So, the last 2 death battles I tried recording this for was Simon versus White Lantern. The recording got messed up. And then Tom versus Wily, which I've wanted to react for a while, by the way. The audio got messed up because I didn't bother to check my microphone. So now, hopefully, this time, I'm not gonna mess up on Spider-Man versus Deku. Now I could re-record it, but then they wouldn't be general reactions, and I want it to be like a general reaction, genuine reaction. You know what I mean? Anyways, so Spider-Man versus Deku. Okay, so here's the thing, I liked Spider-Man, but I like Peter Parker Spider-Man. Truth be told, actually, let me get rid of all these. They're not relevant right now. But I like Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's not. I don't really have a thing against Miles Morales, but I kind of would have preferred Spider-Man, Peter Parker versus Deku. But it is what it is. Spider-Man, Peter Parker probably would have won anyways. So I guess if anything, this is a more fairer match than anything else. I'm kind of hoping Deku wins. Truth be told. I mean, either way, whether it's Spider-Man or Deku, it's still gonna be a fun battle, I think. So let's take a look, see what their abilities and stuff like that are. And we'll determine who wins this match. Why? Yeah. And if you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways, without further ado, let us watch Death Battle. It looks to be 3D too, which is pretty cool.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's
Is that 3D? I don't even know.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
It's
and skills
interesting.
to find out who would win.
The animation looks somewhat stiff.
Alright, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a
Damn straight.
multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events.
Okay, so real name Miles Morales, age 17, height 5'8", 173 centimeters. He's a graffiti artist. Harold Avanazi? Am I reading that right? Teams is Champions, Ultimates, Avengers. I don't believe. I highly doubt the Marvel Universe even knows what Naruto, Deep Dragon Ball Z, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures even are. And he also likes to win. Dislikes canon events, Gain Spot, and Paul. Good to know.
Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their wit.
Okay, so he has an arsenal of abilities. He has a nano mesh vibranium suit. That suit's made of vibranium. He has Wakandan Wakandan web shooters. How? I'm not even gonna question it. That's probably a comet thing. Spider powers. He has super strength and agility, wall crawling, radar spider sense, and invisibility. Okay, yeah, those I know. Venom powers. Venom punch, Venom shock, Venom blast, mega Venom blast, Venom saber, bioelectric webs, absorption, and overdrive.
Web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher, though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents. Loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what
Really?
kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction.
He can make a sword out of his.
Certain specific spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk,
Ballooning.
they use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Huh.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, gee, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that
While this feat was performed by the Insomniac Earth 1048, Miles Morales and the denizens of that universe are comparable in power to their 616 and 1610 counterparts in comic crossovers.
that was going to vaporize Harlem, a blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes, too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions. But
Wait, hold on. The what?
becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers, he even helped form
Okay, so we have Miles, we have Ms. Marvel, we have Nova, we have the Hulk, and I have no idea who that is.
A team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can
Kind of explains that.
energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles' venom powers too, allowing him to better control.
Yeah,
his
obviously this is a comic thing.
Thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
So it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor, no longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up, and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players.
Blew up a giant symbiote dragon, lifted most of a building, took hits from Giant Woman, dodged missiles, lightning, and lasers, stopped the inheritors, and saved the Web of Life. Saved an alternate universe from his evil clone, won an Oscar, defeated the Prowler, Green Goblin, Venom, Mr. Nigger, and Salem, and King Han.
Of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot spider people, dinosaur spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led them into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero. But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace.
All Might, the big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named
Poor Deku.
Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save.
Real name, Izuku Midoriya, age 16. He was 16. 24 post time skip. Height 5'6", 166. Profession teacher, part-time hero. Well, I mean, there's been a joke. There's been a joke about Izuku taking other jobs. I'm not sure what the last season of My Hero Academia is gonna do, since mainly that season is meant to kind of fits that ending. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't really like the final season, so they made a final season for the final season. But yeah, alias One for All Hero Deku possesses 7 quirks. Favorite food, katsudon. Romantic interests, oh, you know, one of them.
People just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so, after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and does soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by Girly Pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style. Shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be
He really evolved himself.
Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to
Really evolved
focusing
himself
on
by
his
learning from
attack
others.
and more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All for One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing.
Okay, quirks. He has more than one quirk. One for All, Gear Shift, Fajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smokescreen, Float, and Costume Zeta, Air Force Gloves, Mid-Gauntlets, Iron Souls.
Around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high
Okay,
into the
that's
sky.
float.
By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease.
Kind of like a spider
Deku
sense.
reacts in advance, though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen. But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with full cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagan, a former hero-turned-villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. Wait a sec. I think I'm in love.
Nagan's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him. And this is a dude who can catch light-speed laser beam.
Deku can forcefully transfer the vestiges of One for All to an opponent to directly attack their soul, but he loses one of his quirks each time he does so. It also requires they ingest some of his DNA.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
I feel like that's a disadvantage on Deku's end. That might tip the tide there. Feats unlocked One for All's full potential, became the number 4 hero, obliterated Dark Might's fortress, Dark Might, flew nearly 200 kilometers in something an hour, survives the recoil of his attacks, saved Eri, Koda, Ayama and Lady Nadet defeated Shigaraki All for One, Overhaul, and Gentle, can hit you really hard. Like the reference. Love the reference.
Doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you could breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One for All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero. Hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin.
Okay, good to know. Don't care. Okay. So, I still want Deku to win. But I'm gonna, I kind of think since Marvel has a habit, Marvel is known to have very super overpowered heroes. I'm not expecting for Deku to win, but at the same time, I want Deku to win. Listen, if it does end up being Spider-Man, then you know what, that's fine. But I guess it doesn't matter since I both like Spider-Man and Deku. But I really want Deku to win. I don't think it's gonna happen. But we'll see. I was kind of doubtful with Shigaraki versus whatever his name was. But I ended up being so wrong. Hopefully, I am right. And that Deku wins. We'll see. I don't know. But without further ado, it's time for a death battle. See who wins.
Alright, the bets are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Wait, hold on. I guess I should have done this to start with. Hold on. I'm gonna put the headphones on for this one. Hopefully this doesn't mess up my thing. Huh. Oh. Yeah. Hey. It seems very slow paced, the animation. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. Ah, don't tell me. Oh, come on. Wait, what? What? Wait. What? Oh! Wait, did Deku win? I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. Why am I confused? While Miles is a herald of the spider god, Anazi is largely a supportive mentor, rather than a direct combatant on Miles' behalf. However, Miles' status as his herald could theoretically grant him spiritual protection from being attacked by One for All's vestiges. While Venom is effective against genetic mutants, it can be resisted by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin. Deku has withstood electrical attacks from Shigaraki and Nine, even if a Venom strike did paralyze Deku. Okay, so Deku wins. Okay, I was so confused at that ending. You seem to have a. There seems to be a error here on your end, Death Battle. That's still up there. Right, yeah, makes sense. Miles has been trained by Captain America, Colleen Wing, Misty Knight, and Black Panther. While his training is arguably not as intensive as Deku's full-time study at UA, he's not inexperienced by any means. Fair, fair. Good point. Good point. Miles' bomb absorption feat was nearly fatal. Furthermore, the 546 megaton yield for vibranium's durability was a high-end calculation. The energy to simply render New York uninhabitable is far less, even analyzed generously, Miles' strength and armor is much weaker than One for All.
Making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpower battle,
All right.
Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Yeah! Deku wins! Woo! I'm happy. That makes me happy. Still a fun death battle. The animation was pretty slow, I'll admit. But it... Oh, my boy, Deku wins. Okay, next time, if Miles ever gets ever gets his own solo death battle with someone else, I'm rooting for Miles. Promise. Hold me on that. Okay, now let's see who the next combatants are.
next time on Death Battle.
What?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Huh? What? Okay, that's a questionable battle. Hulk versus Godzilla? I'm pretty sure we all know who wins that one. Godzilla. I don't know. We'll see. Godzilla, dude's the king of the monsters for a reason. Godzilla's king of the monsters for a reason. Like, okay, so I've kind of lost a little bit of hope for Hulk. Because I wanted him to beat Broly so much. I wanted him to beat Doomsday so much. Hulk has lost like twice. He's basically lost his reputation as the strongest there is. And the fact that now he's facing off against Godzilla, I don't know. I don't think Hulk can take on Godzilla. Godzilla? Dude's the king of the kaiju! Whatever. We'll just see what happens with that one. I don't think Hulk has a chance against Godzilla. Anyways, though, that's gonna be for next time. This is AlphaAnt, and that death battle was fun. Loved it. Loved every single bit of it. I will see you all on the next time another death battle happens. Later.